Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Rupak Chakravarti, faculty member, Department of Library and Information Science, Punjab University, Chandigarh. Today I am going to talk about the role of academic libraries in media and information literacy from paper Academic Library. The objectives of this module are to identify role of various stakeholders including governments and academic libraries in inculcating MIL skills in users to develop knowledge societies, to explain the convergence of information literacy and media literacy into media and information literacy and its advantages, to understand the significance of MIL in addressing social issues, to discuss the rights and duties of government and other stakeholders in developing MIL policies and strategies, to know about role of academic libraries in developing MIL skills amongst their readers, to identify areas which academic libraries can include in their MIL program. As we all know that media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate and create media. Media literate youth and adults are better equipped, better able to understand the complex message we receive from television, radio, internet, newspapers, magazines, books, billboards, video games, music and whatnot. In this diagram, the 21st century media literacy learning commons has been represented, which includes access, investigation, critical analysis, expression, and appreciation. Media and information literacy. Representation. Studying media representations means looking at realism, telling the truth, presence and absence, bias and objectivity, stereotyping, interpretations, and influences. Jenkins Henry lists the following skills as essential for students in this new media landscape. Play, the capacity to experiment with the surroundings as a form of problem solving. Performance, the ability to adopt alternative identities for the purpose of improvisation and discovery. Simulations, the ability to interpret and construct dynamic models of real world processes. Appropriation, the ability to meaningfully sample and remix media content. Multitasking, the ability to scan the environment and shift focus onto salient details. Distributed cognition, the ability to interact meaningfully with tools that expand mental capacities. He further mentioned the following points: collective intelligence, that is the ability to pool knowledge and compare notes with others toward a common goal. Judgment, the ability to evaluate the reliability and credibility of different information sources. Transmedia navigation, networking, and negotiation, which involves the ability to travel across diverse communities, discerning and respecting multiple perspectives and grasping and following alternative norms. This diagram depicts the various dimensions of information literacy. It includes media literacy, network literacy, computer literacy, traditional alphabetic literacy, library instruction, cultural literacy, and visual literacy. The various skill sets which are required or expected from the readers regarding MIL are computer and internet skills, which includes basic ICT skills, composing emails, attaching files, framing effective search strategies, awareness regarding e-governance, etc. Basic library literacy includes understanding the array of resources available, knowledge of how information is organized, how to use catalog, how to use index, how to do library research, and how to do online research, etc. Digital literacy includes identifying, accessing, managing, integrating, evaluating, and analyzing, synthesizing digital resources, searching, browsing, and downloading content from digital libraries, It also includes Library 2.0 skills, which includes using browser extensions for increasing productivity. For example, using bibliographic manager Zotero to collect, organize, cite, and share your research sources. Alerting services, for example, RSS or table of content alerts, creating wikis, blogs, etc. It also includes the knowledge of OPAC, searching relevant books using keyword, using advanced search, exact phrase, and title search. Online privacy, safety, and security includes analyze issues related to cyber safety and security, strategies for protecting online identity, protecting against viruses, identifying spam, etc. Knowledge of free and open source software, music and audio video mobile content, which includes podcasting and vodcasting, webcasting, videos and photos of public events, environments such as natural catastrophes that our traditional media may not be able to access. The social, ethical, legal issues, censorship, copyright, etc. are covered under media regulation. Subject gateways provide a well-defined, well-selected quality information sources. Open access includes sources like DOAJ. OpenCourseWare provides free learning material, for example, EPG Pathshala and NPTEL. And information ethics includes plagiarism and the copyright licenses. Reading habit, searching through online newspapers must be taught to the students. Exposure to multimedia devices is also very important, which includes handling of mobile devices and e-book readers. User generated content are also very important as it applies the principle of crowdsourcing, where it involves create, distribute and share content, for example YouTube and Flickr. Scientific networking, account creation, active participation, collaboration, uploading CV, etc. are part of MIL. Web-scale discovery systems provide the facility to search, save, download, and citation formatting the bibliographic information. Webinars and webcasting allows to attend any knowledge event without any geographical and time barrier. Authors must be having their author rights to be retained by the author while transferring copyright to the publishers. In this diagram, the relationship between libraries, teachers, learners, and society has been depicted. The inner circle represents the libraries, the second inner circle represents the teachers, learners, and researchers, and the outer circle represents the society. Digital literacies. The various components of digital literacies include media literacy, communication and collaboration, career and identity management, ICT literacy, learning skills, digital scholarship, and information literacy. This is called A to E method of information evaluation, where A stands for authority, B for bias, C stands for currency of information, D stands for domain of the website from where the information is being retrieved, and E stands for external verification. That means cross-check the key facts, statistics and claims of information sources against other trusted information sources. Dear students, as you all know that many libraries are providing information literacy programs. Of late they have started, and there are libraries which may not be providing information literacy programs, but there is a greater need to provide a framework of information literacy skill set. And when we talk about the integration of media literacy and information literacy, then we talk about the MILP skill set. Although there are many skill sets which can be included in the MILP curriculum, I will be discussing about a few of them. For example, we take the first one, that is bibliographical management software. Many scholars, many students face this problem of how to manage the bibliographies, the citation, the references which they append as a footnote or at the end of their papers. Now there are many bibliographical management softwares which are available as free also, as paid solution also, through which users can, students can, scholars can very well manage their bibliographies or references. The examples include Citavi, EndNote, a web reference manager, ProCite, Zotero. Dear students, you must be familiar with the bibliographical managers, the softwares which are used to manage the bibliographies and citation. The one example which I would like to give you is of RefMe. RefMe is available as online service. It is also available as Android app and desktop software. Dear students, in the lesson you will find that many of the MILP skill sets have been arranged alphabetically. When we go down to the alphabet B, we will find two terms, blind peer review and bookmark. Blind peer review is a very important process, crucial process whenever we try to evaluate any research work or study. Students and scholars must be made aware of the concept of blind peer review, where the reviewer or the evaluator does not know the person of which the documents are being evaluated, and if it is found to be correct, it is found to be fit for publishing, it is published. Coming to the concept of bookmark, bookmarks, as we also put bookmark in the books, here bookmark concept relates to the browsing of web pages. Whenever we want to uh, make a page favorite for us for reading it later on, we can bookmark that. Such facilities allow us even to share our bookmarks with others. This diagram represents the usage of bring your own device or bring your own technology concept, in which the readers or the employees or the users brings their own device or technology in the organization to access and use the resources. Here the CRAP test has been discussed. Here the CRAP stands for C for currency, R for relevancy of the information, A authority of information, A accuracy of information, and P the purpose for which the information has been created. Dear students, the concept of BYOD is very wonderful. It is also known as BYOT. It's bring your own device or bring your own technology, in which users, readers, the employees, they are actually requested, they are allowed, they are encouraged to bring their own devices at their respective organization. It is basically an IT policy where employees are allowed or encouraged to use their personal mobile devices and increasingly notebook and PCs to access enterprise data and systems. Many libraries, including public libraries, are experimenting with BYOD. This diagram presents the screenshot of a website which is called SourceForge. SourceForge is considered as the one of the largest digital library of open source software. Here, the open source softwares can be searched or browsed and downloaded, and they can be used without any obligation. Infographic. An infographic or information graphic is a visual representation of information or data which makes the concept much simple and easy to understand. It is intended to present information quickly and clearly. They can improve cognition by utilizing graphics to enhance the human visual system's ability to see patterns and trends. The above diagram represents the example of infographic in which the internet usage has been displayed by a very attractive and simple infographic. Information ethics. Information ethics can be understood as the branch of ethics that focuses on the relationship between the creation, organization, dissemination, and use of information, and the ethical standards and moral codes governing human conduct in society. It is a branch of ethics that focuses on the relationship between the creation, organization, dissemination, and use of information, and the ethical and moral codes governing human conduct in the society. Students, as we know that softwares can be classified in a number of ways. One way is to classify them as free software, commercial software, and open source software. Nowadays, n number of softwares are available in almost all the disciplines, and it is the responsibility of the library and their learned teachers to make them aware of using such softwares. Whereas free softwares can be used freely, the concept of free and open source software, that is FOSS, goes beyond that. Under the concept of FOSS, users are not only allowed to download the software, but they are also allowed to edit modify the software, reduce the errors and mistakes, and improve the software. They can also customize the software. Free open source software, or FOSS, also called just open source or free software, is licensed to be free to use, modify, and distribute. Mobile learning. Mobile learning can be defined as a learning across multiple contexts through social and content interactions using personal electronic devices. It involves the use of mobile technology either alone or in combination with other information and communication technology to enable learning anytime, anywhere. Students, this diagram illustrates the use of mobile learning and beyond bring your own device at a library where students can be seen using their devices while creating complicated diagrams and images. This diagram represents the principles of mobile learning, and the principles include access, metrics, cloud, transparent, play, asynchronous, self-actuated, diverse, curation, blending, always on, and authentic. Media regulation. Media regulation is the control or guidance of mass media by governments and other bodies. It includes the use of legal means to control media ownership and the content of media communications. This diagram presents the concept of MOOC, that is Massive Open Online Courses. MOOC stands for a model for delivering learning content online to any person who wants to take a course with no limits or attendance. MOOC is an online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. This diagram represents the usage of MOOC, and we can see that from 196 countries the students are using MOOC. So that means that MOOC is not a new concept and it is being used worldwide and is a very popular concept. Dear students, now we will talk of two concepts at the category of alphabet L: library skills and library 2.0. Library skills means competency in use of a library. Connected to the idea of learner-centered education, it recognizes that learning does not start and stop after a program of instruction within a specific time and space. Each individual is constantly learning, which makes media and information technologies critical to sustain this kind of learning. It occurs in various settings, places of work, in community activities, non-formal education setting, etc. The concept of library 2.0 is also very good, wherein we talk of the integration of Web 2.0 with libraries. So when libraries adopt the Web 2.0 technologies, it becomes library 2.0. It is also known as L2. It is a transformation in the way library services are being delivered to the library users. It provides new tools to make the library space, both virtual and physical, more interactive, collaborative, and driven by community needs. Modernized form of library services that reflects a transition within the library world in the way that services are delivered to users. The focus is on user-centered change and participation in the creation of content and community. Students, you can see the visual of the EPG Pathshala through which you are seeing, viewing or listening the video. Students, EPG Pathshala is one of the best example of the open courseware which is available in India. These are the different lessons categorized under different disciplines which are available under EPG Pathshala. Students, this is the screenshot of the National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning website, which has been created with the motive that students of engineering and management should be able to learn through the content which is being created by the teachers of these premium institutions in the form of video lectures. Dear students, the scholarly communication nowadays is facing a kind of crisis or challenge. The knowledge is being created by the authors, the researchers, the scientists, but the readers are supposed to pay. Open access is such a beautiful concept which facilitates the free flow, free availability of the scholarly communication. Open access journals are scholarly journals that are available online to the readers without any financial, legal, or technical barriers other than those inseparable from gaining access to the internet itself. Open access literature is basically digital, it is online, free of charge, and free of most copyright and licensing restrictions. An open access publication is a publication that provides immediately free online access to all users worldwide. Similar concept is also applicable on the study material, the courseware, and the concept is of open courseware, that is OCW. OCW or open courseware are the courses or lessons or study materials which are created at academic institutions like universities and colleges and are published for free via the internet. They are designed for independent learners. They include more resources than a typical course and provide step-by-step guidance. In India, the NPTEL National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning and EPG Pathshala are two such great examples or initiatives of open courseware. Students, as we have already discussed the concept of scientific network, I am going to introduce you a very good scientific network which is free, is called Kudos. Under this, researchers can create their accounts and they can upload their publications. There is a facility to explain their publications, and it has been observed that when authors and scientists explain their publication, the probability of citation also increases. It provides a very good and systematic platform and framework for scientific networking. User generated content or UGC. UGC is the words and photos that unpaid contributors create and provide to publication, particularly web properties. The term UGC can be used to describe any form of content such as video, blogs, discussion forum, posts, digital images, audio files, and other forms of media that was created by consumers or the end users of an online system or service and is publicly available to others so that they can download it. User generated content is also called consumer. Students, we find here the types of UGCs mentioned, that are photo, videos, feeds, blogs, surveys, forums, podcast, vodcast, mobile uploads, personal pages, games, chats, etc. Students, this diagram illustrates the correlation between the Web 2.0 social media and user generated content. When the users generate content, they make use of the social media, which is a part of Web 2.0, and thus together these three factors enable the dissemination of user generated content worldwide. Here we find the different mediums through which user generated content is being disseminated. It can be through blogs, it can be through Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, etc. The concept of virtual learning environment is very beneficial and appreciable in the higher education system. A virtual learning environment or VLE is a web-based platform for the digital aspects of courses of study, usually within educational institutions. A VLE is a system for delivering learning materials to the students via the web. These systems include assessment, student tracking, collaboration, and communication tools, and they can also be accessed both off campus and on the campus. This is the screenshot of the virtual learning environment being created by the Institute of Lifelong Learning, University of Delhi. Here you will find that much of the virtual learning content has been categorized under various disciplines and are available online for the ready consumption of the students. Dear students, whenever we talk of media and information literacy, we must not forget that media literacy is an inseparable part of media and information literacy. Much of the media is being communicated, sent or received through internet. We are creating, not only using the content, but we are also creating content, that is user generated content or known as UGC. So in such an environment where we are actually constantly in touch with the online environment, we should not forget three prime concepts: online safety, online security, and online privacy. Online safety is the knowledge of maximizing the user's personal safety and security risks to private information and property associated with using the internet, and the self protection from computer crime in general. Online privacy concerns have been articulated from the beginning of large scale computer sharing. Privacy can entail either personally identifying information, that is PII, or non PII as a site visitor's behavior on a website. Internet privacy is the privacy and security level of personal data published via the internet. When we talk of online security, it is a branch of computer security especially related to the internet, often involving browser security but also network security on a more general level as it applies to other applications or operating systems on a whole. Students, as we have already discussed the concept of web scale discovery system, this is one of the example of web scale discovery system that is offered by ProQuest and is known as the summon service. Using this platform, students and researchers can have an integrated platform for searching wide array of sources without using multiple search engines. Students, the concept of Web 2.0 is very fascinating. Web 2.0 is a great enabler. If we compare Web 2.0 with Web 1.0, we will find that it provides us an opportunity to participate. The concept of Web 2.0 means that it provides us applications which facilitate interactivity, and it provides us an opportunity to design their own software features. Web 2.0 applications emphasize the importance of collaboration and sharing. It makes the web more open. Webinars. Webinar stands for a seminar conducted over the internet. It has been framed with the combination of two words, web and seminar, meaning a presentation, lecture, or workshop that is transmitted over the web. It is a presentation, workshop, or lecture or seminar that is transmitted over the web using video conferencing software. A key feature of a webinar is its interactiveness and the ability to give, receive, and discuss information. Here we find the difference between Web 1.0 and 2.0. Web 1.0 is monolithic, it is one directional, the users are mere spectators, it is not democratic. Whereas when we compare it with Web 2.0, we find that Web 2.0 is much open. It provides users to participate and become an active collaborator in the environment. Web 2.0 has been further extended and correlated with the concept of semantic web, which means that more meaningful web as interpreted by machines even. Dear students, I am now going to discuss a very important concept and which is missing in many of the information literacy programs and has serious consequences. And this concept is of plagiarism. Plagiarism basically means academic dishonesty, using others' work without acknowledgement. And it is actually copying or paraphrasing material from any source without due acknowledgement to the original content creator or the author. Using another's ideas without due acknowledgement also amounts to plagiarism. Working with others without permission and presenting the resulting work as though it was completed independently also amounts to plagiarism. So there is a need that all these scholars and students must be told about the consequences of plagiarism and how to avoid plagiarism. The next concept which comes to my mind is of scientific networks, which is of prime importance, and it is in fact this is the need of the hour. You might be familiar with social networking like Facebook, we are uploading our pictures and videos and whatnot. When it comes to scientific network, it has been observed that scientists cannot use actually the social network for their information communication. They need a separate set of framework and different kind of rules. So scientific network basically means the methodology may be same, but the content, the nature of content becomes different. Scientific networks are the networks which provide you the facility to share your academic works, to request for full text, to endorse others, to get cited. So they help scholars to maintain their academic profile, including publication details, along with uploading grey literature which has not been published yet, including data sets, posters, presentations, etc. Popular scientific networks include ResearchGate, Mendeley, ReadCube, Kudos. Dear students, if you talk to any scholar or research scholar or any student of higher education, they will tell you that they are actually facing the problem of information overload, information flood, information obesity. There is too much of information. Libraries are providing you databases through subscription. You are getting databases through consortia, and you are also accessing the journals and databases and ebooks which are available free. Now, how to search them? Can we have a single platform, or we should be searching in Google, or maybe at different methods, applying different methods for searching? The web scale discovery systems provides us the answer. They provide a one-stop or single window searching of libraries owned and licensed collection, allowing users to conduct single keyword searches over virtual entirely of libraries accessible resources. Marshall Breeding has explained the concept of web scale discovery system or services as the discovery platforms that aim to manage access through a single index to all library content to the same extent that search engines address content on the web. Students, we will now discuss the concept of webcasting. A webcast is a media presentation distributed over the internet using streaming media technology to distribute a single content source to many simultaneously. A webcast may either be distributed live or on demand. Essentially, webcasting is a broadcasting over the internet. Right now, you are viewing the video which is being broadcasted through the EPG Pathshala platform. This is an example of webcasting. The largest webcasters include radio and TV stations, which simulcast their output through online TV or online radio streaming, as well as a multitude of internet-only stations. This diagram provides the example of webcasting. This example is the webcasting provided by the government of India. Here, not only recorded but live videos can also be viewed by the users. Wikis provide a very good platform suitable for knowledge management. Wiki is a website usually maintained by more than one person where users collaborate on content. They often have multiple interlinked pages and content including commentary, description of events, documents, etc. A wiki differs from a blog in that its content is usually updated by multiple users and a large variety of materials can be downloaded and uploaded onto it. Students, this is the screenshot of your well-known resource which you might be using for your education and notes, and that is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is an example of open and free wiki where registered users can contribute articles as well as they can improve the information which has been contributed by other participants. Just as Wikipedia, the another example which is discipline oriented is LIS Wiki. Students, in the LIS Wiki, you will find content pertaining to library and information science. Both Wikipedia and LIS Wiki have been created by using the open source software MediaWiki. So dear students, let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. Academic libraries have diverse role to be played as their responsibilities have increased multifold in this multicultural knowledge society. They will have to contribute at various levels in various capacities. Library professionals will be responsible for developing MIL programs, MIL curriculum for a range of groups in the community, and they will need to develop their own knowledge, attitudes and skill specific to MIL. The knowledge and skills of library professionals are crucial to the successful implementation of MIL. There will be a need for sustained and ongoing professional development to ensure library visitors receive the full benefit of MIL programs offered through libraries. They must ensure students' understanding and enjoyment of media, facilitate understanding of how the media produce meaning, how they are organized, and how they construct their own reality. All this while keeping in mind the skills and knowledge necessary to create media products. Thank you very much.